My name is Epsilon, and welcome to another episode of Useless Cum Laude, a philosophy blog. And today I'll be talking about Stoicism. Stoicism is a school of thought in ancient Greek philosophy that taught human suffering is caused by errors in human judgment, false beliefs, and unquestioning adherence to the emotions, the passions. But the wise individual, a person of moral integrity and good judgment, obeys the laws of reason, would essentially be immune to such harsh feelings and human suffering. Stoicism was founded by Zeno of Citium of Athens, Greece in 301 BCE. And the etymology. Stoics were philosophers who philosophized in Stoa. Stoa being public buildings, colonnades, that surrounded the marketplace in Athens, Greece. For Stoics, the good lies within the mind, the hallmarks being wisdom and self-control. Both their thoughts and desires follow the laws of reason, the laws of nature, the divine logos of the cosmos. To be free of extreme passions meant being free of suffering. Living according to reason is living according to nature, which is living according to the great divine logos of the universe. For the Stoics, it was not a matter of extinguishing all emotion. It was more a matter of being able to control emotion, to live in harmony with reason, good judgment, true belief, inner calm, reflection, concentration, and ultimately self-control and self-discipline. They attempted to reconcile cosmic determinism and human free will, which was to maintain a will in accordance with nature and reality. The goal of the Stoics is to become a clear and unbiased thinker, as it opens one's mind to the cosmic logos, universal wisdom and knowledge. Because for the Stoics, knowledge can be acquired through thought and reason. Philosophy was a way of life. There was an emphasis on logic, reflection, and questioning one's own biases, contemplation of death, focusing on the now, learning about current events, and trying to solve social injustices. And another hallmark of Stoicism would be cosmopolitanism, becoming a citizen of the world. The term was coined by the Cynic Diogenes. We are all one, as part of the divine logos, of nature, of the universal reason, whatever you want to call it. We're all born, we all suffer, we all die. There is a brotherhood of mankind that we all should abide by. No matter who you are, we all have a moral duty to each other. We all deserve compassion. Respect and acceptance between all people is key, because within each and every one of us, there's a spark of the divine logos. Everyone is valuable. For the Stoics, there was an emphasis on virtue, which was necessary for their own happiness and perfecting the mind, the soul. Ethics was the foundation of human knowledge, and the sage was immune from misfortune. For a time, Stoics had a very extreme and radical ethical view, namely that all vice, all evil actions were equal. Actions speak louder than words was a truism for the Stoics. To be able to live by what you say displays a greater moral integrity, and thus virtue. And virtue allows one to improve one's moral well-being. It displays a will in accordance with nature. And part of this virtue is being able to accept things that are beyond one's control. Because the only thing you actually have any control over is yourself, your own mind. And this self-control is key to overcoming negative and destructive emotions. And because of this lack of control in the broader existence, it does not pay to be too optimistic. The difference between expectations and reality can be very devastating emotionally. Hope is overhyped, and a good rule of thumb is to adjust your expectations to suit reality. So if all else fails, lower your standards. It lessens the disappointment. And strangely enough, the Christian Serenity Prayer kind of describes the basics of Stoicism, granting the serenity to accept the things you cannot change, courage to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And because there is so much beyond our actual control, the Stoics ask a lot of questions concerning the value of the external. success, failure, etc. can be arbitrary, and it asks the question, who really deserves what they get? Do any of us deserve what we get, for good or ill? Ultimately, you can only control yourself, your mind, your emotions, your actions. Nobody deserves to be blamed or hailed for the random happenings of circumstance. And thus, we really need to recognize what is beyond our control. Namely, our biology, our bodies, the world, other people, money, fame, reputation, possessions, etc. They can all be lost. And really, you are your mind, not what happens in your life. For the Stoics, material things were neither good nor bad, but the most important thing was practicing virtue and moral action, seeking knowledge and wisdom to improve one's mind or one's soul. However, for the Stoics, they did not believe in an afterlife. This was it. This is not a test. You do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. It makes the world a better place for everybody, including yourself. And conversely, abstain from evil because it makes the world the worst place for everybody, including yourself. On a final note, for the Stoics, even though you may not be recognized for your good deeds or virtue, do it anyway. Be a good person. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, an emerald will shine even if its value is never spoken of. Point upon. And here are some notable Stoics. I'm Epsilon. Thanks for watching, and keep thinking.